Hey there, it's Dusty with a story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for kicking out my girlfriend's sister and her kids out of my flat after my girlfriend gave her the keys? People around me are saying I'm an asshole, but I need the perspective of uninvolved people. My long-term girlfriend has my apartment keys and I have hers. Only unspoken until now, but we have always respected the rules. Rules being, if you need to go to the other person's place, just send a text, hey, going to your place. Doesn't matter if the other is at home or even responds, just simply to tell the other you will be at their place. I was supposed to be away 700 kilometers from home for 2 weeks for work-related stuff, but 4 days in, and our instructor got into an accident. Work tried to find another one, but no such luck on very short notice. They decided at like 10 p.m. to get us the first flight home the next day at like 6 a.m., pay us the overtime, and the next day at home, then resume our normal work schedule. So I got home the next day at like 9 a.m., sent a text to my girlfriend to tell her I am back. Getting to my door, I'm very confused, hearing children screaming inside since none of the people who have my keys have little kids like that, my brother and my girlfriend. I thought, squatters or something? Open the door and see my girlfriend's sister's kids running around after a shower, putting water everywhere. Plates of half-finished ravioli on my living room ground, their suitcases open in the entrance. I get inside and see the husband on my couch trying to hook up my PS2 that he must have dug out in my storage room, getting into a verbal argument with him trying to understand why the they're there. They said my girlfriend told them they could get my flat for 2 weeks while I was gone. They wanted to visit the city for a bit and go to the beach. My girlfriend sent me a text while I was arguing telling me, oh, okay, by the way, my sis's fam is at your flat.
She Airbnb'd him. She Airbnb'd him.
I admit I blew up on him and the sis who left my bedroom in the meantime, told them to leave immediately. They argued quite a bit. My girlfriend called her sis, then sis put it on speaker so we could all hear, and she said I was embarrassing her, that she told them they could use my place for a while. I threatened to call the police and also asked my brothers to come. They left while cursing me to their children, telling them that holidays are over because the mean little sister's boyfriend cast us out. I now have all of my girlfriend's family on my back and even some of my own family saying I could have stayed at my girlfriend's so the kids could have had a vacation. Also, they have read my doctor prescription papers. I put them in a specific order and it was not the same, and obviously took some of the prescribed meds, opened a box of anti-anxiety meds. Look, kids, our Airbnb came with party favors. That does happen. This was not an Airbnb, though. Or a VRBO, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Am I the astronaut for making them leave? I've pretty much stopped talking about anything else with my girlfriend. I feel like I'm being gaslit. I would never invite people to her apartment like that, especially without telling her. It seems so disrespectful. Am I going insane? I'm gonna go immediately here. NTA. Of course, everybody who has the potential of having to host these people is like, you're an asshole. Now it's our problem, dick. But I think your girlfriend is right up here and maybe worse for not telling you that she was doing this. What was her plan? She was going to let them stay there for 2 weeks and trash the place. And then when they left, scurry over there and try to reset everything and make it look like leave no trace before you got home and then not tell you, because it kind of seems like that was the plan. Otherwise, you would have been in the loop the whole time she was arranging with them to stay at your place for 2 weeks for their vacation, which was not a last minute thing. You know it wasn't. Not only that, but they're disrespectful guests, or squatters in this instance. They're disrespectful. Dug through all your shit, went through sensitive medical information, took prescription medication, leaving food laying around. Like, you are NTA for this. You were taken advantage of by your girlfriend. The fact that your girlfriend says that you are embarrassing her by being pissed off about this means that you busted her plan. You found her out. She got caught. That's embarrassing. Sure. Doesn't make it your fault. Not at all. Tater. It's like, you got a mic now. I don't know how we're doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the main cam here, Candy Thunder.
I feel like the answer is so easy. Like, why wouldn't they just stay at her house and she stay at his house?
Because she was. Oh yeah,
why?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he has more space. I don't know, but it doesn't matter if you're getting to stay somewhere for free for 2 weeks. You stay at the person's house who is there and in the conversation.
At least you may be onto something. Maybe she charged them.
That's crazy. That would be crazy. So she's just making a buck, especially if he travels a lot for work. She's just renting out his house.
Yeah. How many times has this happened, bro?
I feel like this is the episode of New Girl where like they're trying to rent out the spare room.
It's Fred Armistice.
Yes.
Fred Armistice. He's like, yeah. And then he dresses up like Jessica Day.
Yes.
Oh, hello.
Yes, that's exactly what I saw when I read this story. I forgot about them taking the prescription stuff though. That's illegal. That's like call the cops illegal to get into somebody's medicine and take it. Like
that's probably a federal crime at that point.
Yeah.
Faith Reacts dropped the 10 said, as someone who has anxiety, no, because if he has bad anxiety, it can cripple you.
I can't imagine being gone and then coming back to my house and not like people being there in my space and not knowing that they're going to be there and there's shit everywhere. Like that's just an insane scene to walk into, especially after getting off a plane and all of that stuff. I would just be, which enrages you even more because after the flight and after all of this, you just want to be home. You want to be in your space. Like you don't want to talk to people. And then you walk into your house and there's ravioli on the walls and water from the shower leaking everywhere. And I would be pissed off too. And some guy trying to hook up your PS2, like
my PS2, my medication. That's probably your ravioli too, brother. Like
the most shocking part of all of this is the last paragraph where he's like, this is all I'm talking about with my girlfriend, not ex-girlfriend, not anything, like still girlfriend. Because I feel like this is a break-upable offense, right? Like this is you'd have to work through some shit because this kind of dings the trust.
Yeah.
So
put it this way. So girlfriend had no legal right to sublet your place or to rent it out, right? So she was basically an accomplice in them committing a crime. And yeah, I mean,
I'm wondering if she charged them, and I'm wondering if she's done it before because she had no intention of telling him. Like their trip was going to be 10 days, and he was gone for 2 weeks, so she could come over and clean it, or she charged him a cleaning fee, something. I don't know. Yeah.
Elise says stealing anxiety meds is a felony per Google. There you go.
Ask on one.
He's going to be smelling ravioli for weeks now. Yeah. That's going to leave a scar. And that's something that it's a definite trust issue. Also, the fact that she wasn't like, oh, hey, it was a last minute thing. I forgot to tell you. I didn't want to burden you, but I knew you would say it would be okay. Like what happened? We'll have them come over to my place, or why don't you come stay with me and I will handle all of this. I'll make sure everything's okay, blah, blah, blah. None of that. She's just like, you're embarrassing me.
All she said was BTW. By the way, no biggie.
She got caught. That was it.